Reading for you about somebody who is gaining clarity around a friendship, or perhaps this is a family member, and realizing that somebody has hidden motives. This could also be someone that you are maybe even dating, but it seems like they're not quick to be honest with you about what their actual goals are. So this could be someone who's a little bit of a clout chaser. Oops, sorry. I should have lit more candles before I started the live stream. But this is a person who I think looks at you as a bit of a joke or somebody that they can control. And I don't really like that they look at you like that. I think that's really rude. But they feel like they can manipulate or create some sort of illusion and you will buy into it. And they're wrong, because we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You see what's really going on more readily than they expected you to. So oh goodness, I don't know where you go. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to find one of your very own homemade soy candles on my Etsy shop. I'm still not very happy with how much candlelight we have going on right now. So give me 2 seconds, please. Also probably good for me to remind you that we have a scammer on my channel who is responding to comments and trying to get you to get a reading from them. And I don't want you to get scammed. Okay, friends? Beyond that, do I need another candle? I think we're okay. No, I think we need another one, you guys. Forgive me. Forgive me. I want it to be brighter. Alright. Nope. There we go. That should help, right? What should we start with? I think I'm feeling the Tarot. Let's see what this person's doing. You guys, I just put WD-40 on this chair and it's still squeaky. Help! Dang it. Alright. What else do we have? The moon. That makes sense. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. The moon is a card that can talk about secrecy. And we have the lovers. And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life, and my bride. So I feel like the person who has hidden motives is a friend or an acquaintance around a very happy, probably married couple, since we have the word bride coming through. But this is kind of looking to me like someone wants to break up a happy relationship. Hello, Abira, how are you doing? I do personal questions after the general reading, which is generally in about 30 minutes. And you can tie your question to a super chat if you would like to ensure that I do your question for you. You can also donate a membership to somebody else. Ooh, which reminds me, Nat, if you're out there, I saw your comment about how to donate memberships, and I believe it's the cash symbol or the $sign should either allow you to donate or gift a membership. I don't do it very often, right? Because I have to be doing this. But that's what it said on Google. Hello, Aya. Hello. Is it Zia? How are you doing? Oh, I hope you're having a good day. Hello, ICX. I would ask that you be patient. I do personal questions after the general reading. You can attach your question to a super chat if you would like me to do that, but please also avoid using all caps. Ooh, you're from China? See how, I kind of thought maybe you were. This right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's jade, I believe, but I got this from a coworker that came over from China. So that's the coolest thing I got for you. Yeah, no, you're still doing the like all caps, so please don't do that. Hello, Mr. F. How you doing? So we've got the Four of Candles, which is another reference to somebody who is probably married. I loved her with a love more fervent than I had believed it possible to feel for any denizen of earth. And the Ace of Quills or the Ace of Swords. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. This feels like... I feel like this is someone who wants to confess that they have love for a person who is married. But I don't think this married person has any desire to step out. We'll see if that's accurate. This feels to me like kind of a one-sided infatuation or obsession with someone who's married. And a hope that, you know, maybe I could seduce that person or maybe I could convince them to look at me, right? Hello, Sarah. Oh, I have not visited China, but I absolutely hope that I get to. I had a friend who taught English over there. I'm trying to remember if I can remember. I don't remember where she taught. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I think it started with Xiao. Do you pronounce it Zhao? Zhaoxing? Something like that. I'm probably messing it up because I don't speak Chinese or Mandarin, so please forgive me. Hello, spiritual healer. How are you doing? Hello, Ball. What's up? Well, that's good. That means you're comfortable in solitude, Mr. F. Hopefully that means you're still open to it if it works out, right? Hey, ICX, please don't spam with the same thing. Ball, you don't get to decide what we talk about on my channel. It is my channel. But if you want to get your channel in a place where you got the live chat thing going on, you go for it, hun. I see you're quite determined. You want to come back in 10 minutes and obey the rules? Then you are welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can fly away. Hello, CG. How are you doing? Well, but see, there might be somebody who's actually legit who's interested in you, Mr. F. I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. Hello, Merida. How are you doing? So we have the World and the Queen of Wands or Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Four of Pentacles. This is that secret energy. And I feel like this is my hidden motive is I want to find a way to ruin that relationship. I want to claim that person as my own. And with the World here, I do think that this is someone who's saying, it's not even just that I want that physical intimacy with somebody who's in a relationship, it's that I want them to leave that person. So we might be dealing with a person who kind of feels like their personal value or their ego gets like stroked if they can get a relationship to break up because of them. We have Death in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Yeah. These are two people who are happily married, and this friend or acquaintance is thinking to themselves, I think I could absolutely break those two up. I think I could get, you know, that wife or that husband to choose me instead. So this is that sabotage plan, right? Looking at those two people feeling like, oh, I could break that up. Give me like 6 months, I got it. Hello, Payal, how are you doing? We've got the Eight of Cups following the Seven of Cups. However, the Eight of Cups is in the reverse. And the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is the illusion. The illusion is I'm going to pretend to be your friend. I'm going to cozy up to one or both of you and make it seem like everything is respectful and honorable. But then when you least expect it, I'm going to make a move. When I see my opportunity, I'm going to try to seduce that person. Hello, Wolfgang. How are you doing? Hello, Redbeard. What's up? I feel that, Mr. F. Hello, Alejandro. Thank you, Sarah. I don't know if y'all have heard me talk about, like, people who think it's really fun to brag about, oh my gosh, I'm, made out with or banged some famous person. For me, I would be more so excited about bragging that I had rejected somebody of that stature. Like, I think that's cooler. Like, well, of course you gave in to that person. They're a celebrity. But if you got the self-control to reject that person, like, isn't that better? Better? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who feels like when things are stressful, they would be more successful at getting this married person to give in to their physical interest. So the goal is, let's create some drama, let's create some like distrust in this relationship. And when there's, all this toxicity or problems around them, then I'm going to make my desires known, or that's when I'm going to actually approach them, right? Hello, Rachel. So they have a plan, and I feel like this is someone who has done this before. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Hermit. The difference is, I think this time they may be a little bit less successful because someone's onto them. Remember, we started the reading with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. This is like someone who's catching on. Okay, I think I know what your plan is. I think I know what you're trying to do, and I ain't here for it. I'm not going to let that happen. So one of the married individuals is realizing the intent behind this friendship or this acquaintance and feeling like they need to do something to establish boundaries or make it clear that that kind of plan isn't going to be successful. We are 13 minutes in. Okay, ICX, you have not listened to me. I told you to be patient, and you continue to put your question out there. I just would ask you to keep in mind that I have a purpose when I do a live stream. I want to be able to do the general reading for everyone and not interrupt it every 5 minutes to tell somebody that they need to wait, okay? If you want me to read for you, I would think you would know that, like, disregarding that or being kind of obnoxious is going to put me in a mood where I don't want to do something for you, right? So I've put you in a little baby timeout. Please remember the rules of my live chat when you come back. And acknowledge that if you're asking for something for free, then don't be, disrespectful. All right, so back to our general reading. We have the Three of Cups. This is the Meta Muse Tarot, by the way. Absolutely. So we've got the Three of Cups with the King of Swords in the reverse. And again, a reference to the marriage with that Four of Wands. We had that in the Poe Tarot as well. So this married couple, I feel like they are very happy. There's no concerns or issues between them that would lend itself to someone thinking about stepping out. And then we have this King of Swords in the reverse. This is the person who wants to break them up. They are a friend or an acquaintance, and they're looking to spread a rumor, or rather start a rumor. I feel like they want to lie about something in order to try to turn these two people against each other. No worries, Mr. Up. Hello, Apps. How are you doing? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords. and death. So if I start a rumor and make it sound like one of the individuals in this marriage has already stepped out on the relationship, then maybe I would be able to convince the person who feels like they were cheated on to get with me. That's their whole plan. I'm going to sow doubt in this relationship. I'm going to get this person to feel like they've already been wronged. And then when they believe that, they will end the relationship or, be more susceptible to my seducing them. Yeah, sorry, apps. I am not an astrologist. I am a tarot reader. So we've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Two of Cups. They don't know who they're messing with. This King of Swords in the reverse might have dealt with some people who were in, kind of more difficult connections or where there was already some mistrust in the relationship, but not here. These two are incredibly in love and they communicate very effectively and often. So whatever argument the King of Swords is trying to start between the two of them, I feel like it's just not working. It's not sticking, right? If someone were to try to say that, my best friend was trying to, break up my relationship, I wouldn't believe them. Now, part of that is because I trust her, and part of that is because she and I are very different in what we like. There's something like that where it's like, I know this person too well. I know that that wouldn't happen, or I know where they actually were at that time. They were on the phone with me. There is something that isn't quite right about this person's attempt at lying about one of the married individuals. It just completely fails. And that's why we have the Hermit, one of the married individuals, saying, oh, I think I know what you're doing. Because without a doubt, I know that you're lying. And I think I know what the goal or the motive would be. So you're trying to break up our relationship, and I'm not going to let that happen. This Ten of Cups, which is a happy domestic situation or a very loving couple, literally landed on the Ten of Swords. So it's like, you might want to make me think that someone has betrayed me, but I'm not going to believe it. I know that this is a love that I can count on. I know that the person that I'm with is trustworthy, so your lies are not going to impact me. Hello, Lyle. How are you doing? I would say for the majority of you, this is something that is in process. So you know this person and they're trying to get this started. But I guess you would say it hasn't happened yet, but the seed has been planted, right? I'm trying to cause chaos or get you to not trust each other as well. Queen of Wands in the reverse again, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's not going to work. I'm not going to believe you because I know that person was actually working, or I know that person is not interested. Their little devious plan is failing at the very outset or is struggling at the beginning because they kind of have outed themselves now as somebody who's willing to exaggerate or, oh, you must have misunderstood that situation, or you're just lying. Hello, I am... How are you doing? I'm not going to read your username. That's sad. I don't think... You should speak much more kindly about yourself, in my opinion. Hello, how's it going, Brad? I'm sending you healing energy and protective energy. If anyone's able to send some towards Brad, I very much so appreciate it. Hello, Terry. How are you doing? Look at that. I just asked for protective energy for you, and I think you're going to go ahead and get that. So just maybe say something to Archangel Michael later, Brad. But this protection is also coming through in this reading because we've got a relationship someone's trying to attack, and they're going to fail. They're trying to say, I saw so-and-so's card outside of that person's house, or did I say card? Car? Or I saw this person flirting at the bar. I saw them doing something that was inappropriate, but we've got proof that they're lying. And there could be somebody here who, with that financial card, it's like, I've got a receipt. I know that they were like buying gas at that time, so there's no way they were at that bar with you. Or, you know, whatever you're trying to say is evidence of someone cheating is really not. That's just their close friend. They hug that person all the time. You know, there's failure to get the reaction that this King of Swords in the reverse wants. And as such, the relationship is really not suffering. The trust that is in this marriage is as strong as ever. So now we have someone who feels like they have to, instead of just operate with real life situations, now we have someone who I think is setting up a catfish. Now I'm going to find some other way to cause drama for you. Punish, payback, revenge. And it's going to be online. It's going to be the social media accounts. How can I get someone to look like they're a problem on social media? I'm so glad that card came out for you. And thank you. Ooh, it could be Lyle. We have happiness, wholeness, overjoyed, and smiling, and intervention. They're trying, this King of Swords in reverse is trying to break up this marriage. The problem is they've already been spotted. They've already been figured out, you know? It's like if you've ever had somebody play hide and seek and you can see their feet at the bottom of the drapes, you know, they think they're so clever. Usually it's like a toddler who thinks they can get away with that, right? Like, I can't see you, so you can't see me. This person's not as clever as they think they are. They're just not as good at this little plan as they were expecting. And I think that means they start to get even less effective because they get like angry about it. This is the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have? Yes, the giggle hiding is probably more my pace, you know, like, my place is so great, no one will ever find me. Oh, I suppose I have to be quiet. Hello, Burning Mill, what's up? So we've got the dog, which is perfect because this is the card that represents loyalty. Number 18. But notice at the bottom we also have the 10 of Hearts, which lines up with that 10 of Cups card. There is so much love between these two and so much trust that this King of Swords in the reverse, hopefully they're realizing you really barked up the wrong tree. You get that? I'm combining both these cards. This is not going to work well for them because they have tried to target a couple that really knows how to communicate, and they're not going to be separated easily or at all. So now they've been figured out, and I feel like the married couple is teaming up against this provocateur. Is that the right name? Word for it? Okay, so they're trying to find a way to make it seem like we're not right for each other or one of us is cheating. So let's see if we can catch this person in the act. Let's see if we can catch them trying to create this rumor. I think this is a couple who's like, you know, I'm bored. Should we mess with this King of Swords in the reverse? You do you. I would probably just be like, let's just ignore and block this person. But I think this couple is like, you know what? I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to let everybody know that you're out here lying about people so that you can break up relationships. Maybe we're going to take a video. Maybe we're going to, you know, pretend to interact with you online just so that we can show everybody what you're trying to do. Maybe we're going to let you think that you are being successful and getting us to not trust each other, but the reality is you failed. You are not actually convincing us at all. So that this King of Swords in the reverse maybe thinks a little bit about stopping what they've been doing and realizes that they've got some negative karma. Hello, Lauren. How are you doing? I love how you tell people to hit the like button, both of you, Rachel and Redbeard. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It makes a big difference for my channel. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant and the Truth. We know that what your goal is to try to break up this relationship, and we're not going to let you do it. Hello, B. How are you doing? Three of Chalices and the reverse. And the Knight of Swords. I think this is a little bit of a payback here. I think this is like, okay, so I know you're trying to ruin my relationship. I'm going to play along. I'm going to make it seem like, yeah, you totally got me. This is great. And it's like, it's maybe like both the husband and the wife or whoever it is in the couple, right? Both of them on the, like, oh, this is funny. What should we say next? Like, you cannot break these two up. I'm sorry. This King of Swords in the reverse is not nearly as impactful or powerful as they think they are. They think that they're still like, I don't know. They think they're still kind of like masked up here. Nobody can figure out what's going on. But they have been figured out for sure. Seven of Swords. Oh, nice little ploy you got there. You probably think that I haven't figured you out, but you know what? I clocked you like 2 years ago. Eight of Cups in the reverse. This person's coming back around with a different technique. I feel like it's on social media. I feel like they're trying to catfish someone. And these two, the married couple, they're like, bet, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's make this person think that they're actually getting somewhere with it. And they won't. Hello, Jamike. How are you doing? We have the Emperor, the Moon, and the Four of Cups. See, I think they're playing with this person. They're like, all right, let's make it seem like we actually are breaking up. Let's make it seem like somebody is actually frustrated with the relationship. Let's see what this person does with it. Let's see what they do with the bait. Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles with the Lovers. We'll pretend, you know, that we're befriending this person, even though we know it's the King of Swords in the reverse. We'll let them think, yeah, you know what, maybe I will cheat on my person. That sounds like a great idea. And then when we show up or when we meet, it'll be both of us there. Like, hey, what you doing? That's weird, huh? Why are both of us here? Oh, it's because it's been both of us talking to you the whole time. I guess they're going to teach this person a lesson. So these online communications, leveraging a catfish account that are meant to break up a marriage is really just providing some level of entertainment for this married couple because they are kind of like egging on this King of Swords in the reverse, letting them think that they're getting where they want with this goal of theirs. But then when they meet in person, it's going to be both of the married individuals showing up and saying, hey, maybe you should, like, stop being a jerk. Have you thought about that? That would be cool, right? This is The Truth Is. Hello, Lone Wolf. How you doing? Hello, Sarah. That's quite the accomplishment, Mr. Up. Hello, Jimmy. How are you doing? Yeah, so we have situationship and masquerading. Except for this one actually makes me giggle because it's the couple. The couple pretending that they're involved with this person for a situationship. Like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, let's like meet up and stuff. My husband, my wife, they don't need to know. And then it's literally both of them showing up. Oh, was that not what you expected? Gosh, I guess I misunderstood what you were doing. Oh, you wanted to break up our relationship? Yeah, no, we knew what you were up to before you even set up this catfish account, hun. Nice try, though. We know what you're doing. and kind of like humiliate this person because they're not going to end their relationship. They are very happy in this relationship. So they just let it seem to this King of Swords in the reverse that they're going to risk this relationship to teach this person a lesson. I guess I'm here for it. Like, me personally, like I said, I would just block this person and not talk to them. But kind of entertaining, right? They're gonna have to learn something, I would hope. We're gonna get a few from the Path of Shadows. What else do we have? Crystal Ball. Intuition, clairvoyance, and focus. Yeah, I know you've been trying to mess with my relationship, but you didn't actually achieve that, did you? You didn't really do your research, or you would have realized there's no way that you're going to convince us to dislike each other. Personal growth, transformation, and letting go like that butterfly. So now that we've been able to pull a prank on you, are you going to leave us alone? Now that we both know what your goal is, are you going to like keep it moving? And I don't know, maybe stop trying to break up people's relationships? Because if you're not going to, we're going to show this entire social media conversation to the community so they all know to watch out for you. Dang. This is just like, let me get some baby powder real quick. What was that dude's name? So it was Snoop Dogg. I think it was Huggy Bear. And the movie, it was the wedding one, right? Was it Wedding Crashers? You guys tell me if I'm wrong, right? Hello, Eric. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what that's asking either. So we've got Haunted House and Siren. Within these haunted walls, secrets reside. Ghosts are just memories that will never die. The Siren card says, as enchanting as it is, the reflection in the water, it can lure your soul to depths where illusions falter. So we had somebody with a little bit of an ego here. Our King of Swords in the reverse, as can happen, might have assumed that they were always the smartest person in the room. And I'm just going to say it real quick. You might at some point be the smartest person in the room, but I encourage you to never assume that you are the smartest person in the room. Number one, you might learn things from people who are 20 years younger than you. Go with it. Why not? Be a sponge. Learn wherever you can, from whomever you can. If you consume yourself with thoughts of, I'm the smartest person in the room, you're going to miss out on connections, and you're also going to end up looking foolish because you're not always going to be the smartest person in the room. This is someone who got a little too big for their britches. They thought that they could outsmart this couple, and now they're in a position where the couple is saying, would you like to go ahead and change your approach to life and stop being such a jerk, or should we tell everybody in the community that you are a jerk? Go ahead, make your choice. Let us know. Get back to us at your earliest convenience, whenever that may be. Because they're not going to be played with anymore. They're not interested in dealing with this person's obsession with, I don't know, getting people to end their relationship for them. Silly. Sorry, we just need another candle or two. All right. So next we have the Cursed Castle and the Skull. A tower of shadows, crumbling stone, once a golden cage that now shines no more. See, I said transcendence earlier, and now we got it. The Skull card says transcendence, intuition, and power. Using your intuition for good. This Cursed Castle, I feel, is the King of Swords in the reverse. Maybe they have struggled with their own relationships, so they're not really supportive of other people being in happy relationships. Yes, I agree, Rachel. Yes, I agree, Lyle. I do think you're very smart, Mr. F. You probably are the smartest person every once in a while, but It's always good for us to believe that intelligence and wisdom can come from unexpected places, right? Let's get a few from the Gypsy Oracle. What else do we have? What else? See, I'm so excited. We got the dude who's thinking and the lady who's waiting. It sounds so simple, but I think this is the married couple. They're like, man, this is really irritating. What should we do about this person who thinks that they can break up our relationship? Well, what if we mess with them back? Let's play the long game. And then when they want to meet up with us, we're going to be there, both of us. They're going to expect one person who's ready to cheat, and it's going to be both of us saying, hey, so we know what you've been up to. We knew from the very beginning. We just been wasting your time. Isn't that delightful? Oh, you have a great rest of your day, Mr. F. What else? We have the foe. Interesting, because we just had the enemy, right? Merchant and misfortune in the reverse. So I know you were hoping to cause drama in our relationship and benefit from that, but you aren't going to do it. These two stand very strong together. There's no hope of separating them through these manipulative means. So it's like womp 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 for the King of Swords in the reverse. This is the love messages from mermaids. This is one of the older oracle decks that I have, so I'm not sure that that's correct. Mermaid messages of love? I don't know. Just know that there's mermaids. And there's lovey-dovey feelings. Hello, how's it going, Sarah? Relaxation. So now, after pulling off this little prank with the King of Swords in the reverse, now the couple is like, finally, we can rest in peace. We don't have to deal with this person thinking that they're going to be able to mess with our relationship. We have taught them a lesson, and hopefully that King of Swords in the reverse is going to realize that they should just leave people alone instead of trying to mess with what they have. Hopefully that's where they're at. This is the Oracle of Heaven and Earth. We'll see if this person has learned their lesson. Fingers crossed. What else do we have, please? How do we say this? Veolia? I hope I said that right. Prosperity. I feel like this is for the couple. And Hayel? Divine warriors. I love that. See, because they fight alongside each other. They're not going to let somebody come in between them. And it looks like our King of Swords in the reverse is at least part way there. They're realizing they need to change their issues or work on their issues. We have ingratitude with Visago. And fertility and fruitfulness, Mikhail. So it looks like we have our King of Swords in the reverse realizing if I'm only out here to cause problems for others, then I'm never going to be able to experience that fertility and fruitfulness with somebody else. Maybe this is the wrong way to go about what I'm trying to get, right? This is the Cook's Tarot. Hey, Sarah. I think you will find happiness when you're able to address the things that prevent it. I try to avoid some of those questions that are like, when is this going to happen for me? Because those questions are often kind of forgetting the responsibility that we each have for those things happening for us, right? What are you saying is gross? Treating people with respect? I would definitely not say that you should do exactly what others do to you. You've got to hold yourself to higher standards than some people. But there is personal accountability in terms of being happy, right? Need to be able to acknowledge that there are things that you might want to change for yourself that will draw in that happiness. If I answer questions along the lines of, when will I be happy? It'll be in July. Then you might focus on that July timeframe and absolve yourself of any responsibility to get to that point where you are happy. So I would encourage you instead to say, ask, what is it that I could do that would bring happiness into my life? Or what obstacles are in my way preventing my happiness that I have power over? Empower yourself with those questions instead of asking when things will happen for you. So we have the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is one of the married individuals experiencing relaxation, and happiness because they've been able to distance themselves from this King of Swords in the reverse that was trying to cause them problems. And the King of Swords in the reverse is having to realize that they have some work to do, that they might have been entertained by, causing drama, but really what they've done is made it more difficult for themselves to find the happiness that they were trying to ruin for others. So I do think that there's a little bit of finally being honest with themselves about the fact that their negative energy or frustrations, maybe even jealousy of others, really only delayed their own happiness. And now they have to work on what needs to change in their own life instead of being so fixated on what's going on around them or in other relationships. And that's the start of their healing, right? Or continuation, hopefully. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes